More than 1,000 people excitedly waited to meet the second highest ranked GOP presidential candidate. Dr. Ben Carson visited a West Knoxville bookstore to promote his new book. Reporter Rachel Whittle shows us the candidate's passion for the Constitution and his supporters' desire for a fresh face in Washington.
We got here at 2:30, bought our book, and we've been in line ever since.
More than 1,000 Dr. Ben Carson supporters stood in line for hours to meet the GOP presidential candidate.
We got over here about 3 o'clock, knowing that it was going to be a big crowd.
Lines snaked through Books A Million, which hosted the event, and wrapped around the entire shopping center.
I looked for parking. This is unbelievable how massive this turned out to be.
But to all who came, it was worth the wait.
A little wore out, but it'll be okay. It's worth it.
Dr. Carson says his newest book praises the Constitution.
It guarantees the liberties of the people of America, and it also confines the government, keeps the government from getting too big and too invasive if we're vigilant.
Specifically preaching the importance of the Second Amendment and backing his previous comments about gun control.
We will never allow our people to be disarmed. I don't think any of the comments that I made are anything other than common sense. I said, as far as the Holocaust is concerned, traditionally, before tyrants take over, they disarm the people. That's been the case for hundreds and hundreds of years.
He says gun control should focus on the mental health of shooters rather than their weapons.
We're going to have to start learning about the shooters and being able to develop a profile which will help us to identify these people earlier.
But as the race continues, his fans are pulling for him.
He does not speak out of anger. He speaks out of love, and you can always see that in every debate or anything he does.
It's time we get rid of the politicians and get people with some common sense.
In Knoxville, Rachel Whittle, Fox 43 10 o'clock news.
Books A Million sold more than 3,000 copies of Dr. Carson's new book, A More Perfect Union. Store officials say this is one of the biggest events they've ever hosted.